delicious tea. I've been recording the entire day now because I really want to get through this tutorial. And also it's really exciting because we're getting somewhere. So hi, I'm Christian and this is Lazy Devs, and I'm still enjoying my tea here as we're progressing through our Breakout tutorial. And I did something besides getting tea. I did something that I promised I wouldn't do, or wouldn't do too much, but in this case I think you might forgive me. What did I do? Well, let's run this game. Do you remember how awesome our game looks right now? I don't think you remember, because let's load it. Do you remember? Look how awesome this looks. So now we have these bricks and we blow them apart into pieces because we have now particles, and the particles look awesome. So many particles, oh, I love it. But there's something that didn't sit quite well with me, and that's the fact that we're blowing the particles apart, that's great, but it doesn't seem like we're doing it, right? It's like this very high-pitched bing bing sound, and that's kind of like this typical Pong sound. But our game has kind of like evolved to be a lot more advanced than that. Like we're no longer hitting like these glass bricks that disappear, these kind of like abstract bricks. Now this is a very dirty game. This has become a very dirty game. And so it kind of like lacks the kind of punch that I think we need for this type of visuals. So I made a sound. That's what I did. I made a sound. It's sound number 13. I've been experimenting with this a little bit, and I think this is okay. I'm not sure. I would have to get a sound guy on board here. So I basically used this pink thing. I painted this curve. Speed is 4. And then I wanted to make it like really loud and then go very soft, but I realized that it was getting like really loud anyway. So yeah, I kept it like here, but I also added some effects here. So at the end here, we're getting some fade in and fade out effects. These are the 5-4, 5-4, 5-4 to get a bit more of an echo-y kind of feel. I never tried the vibrato. What does the vibrato do? That's good for like sustained kind of like growling effect. But this is good. Like the fade in and fade out makes it look echoey. So this is our new sound effect that we want to add to the explosions, to the beeps and boops. And what I want to put it, I already put it actually. I just commented it out for this way. For the shatter brick function, I put it in shatter brick function. I put it in SFX. The sound effect 13. We still have our old beeps and boops because we invested a lot of time to make them sure that they indicate the combo that is happening. But I also want to have this like this crunchy shatter effect. Screen shake and sound. Tab 1. There's a button I pressed too much. And look how awesome this looks now. Now it looks like really like we're breaking through the wall. Especially with the screen shake, it looks really nice and crunchy. Oh my gosh! Oh, this is what we mean with juicy. This is juiciness. Oh my gosh! All the falling particles are sometimes a bit even confusing. That's good. And also, remember how everything we worked on for all these times, like for example, making sure that you have control of the ball and stuff like that. All of this seems to be coming together because now also there's some really nice gameplay on top of all these effects. If we have started with the effects, we might have maybe thought, okay, maybe we don't need a lot of gameplay because it already looks so awesome. But now we have the cool gameplay and the cool effects. Oh, look at how awesome this was. Good. I am excited. So what are we going to do today? So we have death particles that we could do. We could do collision particles. There's some pickup particles we have to do and explosions. Let me do the... I was thinking maybe doing the... So... let us do the pickup particles. So the pickup particles, what I thought initially was maybe just a tiny little puff of smoke every time you hit something, especially the pad. Because I don't think we're going to add it, of course, everywhere to the walls and stuff like that as well. But I think it's especially important if we are going to add this to the when you hit the pad. So this means we're going to have to introduce a new type of particle. And I'm a bit worried here because this is the most advanced one, perhaps. I mean, technically the most advanced one is the one with the sprites, but we haven't done too much with the sprites. They're not too complex. This is now where things are going to get really interesting. So we're going to add a new thing to it. We're going to add size. Or just, yeah, so let's go size. No, what? Let's call it S. I'm not underscore S. Yes. So because now we're going to add a fourth type of particle, which is going to be a circle. We're going to draw a circle with a certain size. That's our idea. It's going to be a very short-lived particle that will immediately shrink down. So I don't know if, or maybe it will grow as well. So, you know, it's going to be a circle that will grow and then get smaller. If you have multiple circles that grow to different sizes and you put them next to each other, it will look like smoke. Especially if they're getting smaller at the end. I wanted to do like a library of all the particles we have. So particles. Type 0 static pixel. I think that was 0, right? Well, yeah, that was 0. 1 was gravity pixel. 2 was, what was 2? What was 2? Oh, there's no 2. So let's make this. 3 was rotating sprite. So I think we skipped the 2. So let us fill in the 2. Type 2 is going to be ball of smoke. Tiny little ball of smoke. So a ball of smoke, so it's not going to get affected by gravity. And so forth. So let us create a function that actually spawns the puff of smoke. Spawn puffed. And it's not going to be a very complicated. It's not going to be a very complicated function. We're just going to go add particle. I mean, yeah, I'm going to probably do the this part. I think this is not too bad. So we're going to have some random direction. Dx, dy. With a speed of 2, perhaps. Okay. So x and will spawn at the position x and y with a speed dx and dy. This is the type, right? So this is going to be type number 2. And this is now the lifetime. It's going to be very short-lived. That seems almost too long now. This is going to be the color, so it will be a yellow puff because we have a yellow ball, I would say. Maybe the orange one, but let's start with the 10 first, and let's see what happens. 10. And then our new quality of particles is size. Did we add it already? S. Yes, we added it already. So again, this should be a random number. So let's go random at least 2 plus random 3. Right, like this. I just want to make sure that when we are adding other particles, that like the other particle functions that add other particles, that we're going to set this to that they also have a size added on top of at the end of them. Not because this is necessary. The function, I think, will still work. It will just assume there's just nothing in size. But in case I want to expand them maybe later on, I have the right amount of arguments in this function. So if I add more arguments, I know where I'm at. Okay, so we're adding the Puffed now. So in the next step, I guess the next important step is going to be drawing. Big particle draw, there it is. So let's make this. This is not going to be a very difficult particle type. This is the 2, and it's really easy, guys. It's really not a big deal. It's basically circ fill at this location. What was the circ fill? X, Y, then the radius, and then maybe the color. So it's really simple, like this. Easy. Easy peasy for breezy. Okay, it won't be affected by gravity. It will change colors. It will move. Yeah, so that's something that we're gonna maybe make it behave a little bit differently. Let's make it not move too fast. I think it's moving a little bit too fast here. Where's the Puffed? So the Puffed, I think it's moving way too fast. Let's make it like 0.5 or something. Okay, now we have to we're going to actually spawn the Puffed. And that's going to be in an update function when we hit the paddle. I want to, when it hit the paddle, update ball, update game. Yeah. No, actually update ball. Yeah, that's what it is. Check if the buff, so let's spawn the Puffed here and here. My ball, next X, next Y. And then here. So we see the ball going, but it's way too big. We need tiny little Puffts. It's way too big. Okay, so let's see what is happening. Let's make it just 1 plus random 2. This is just way too big. Yeah, that seems better. Oh, but they're still gigantic sometimes. Okay, so this is now the moment where we're gonna actually spawn multiple of them. Just one is not enough. And maybe the color was wrong. Maybe we're going to use this color, 12. Let's see how that works. Oh no, I didn't want to do this. I wanted to do like a regular, good old loop. Where's our good old loop? I'm always too lazy to write the loops myself, so I always like copy the loop from somewhere else. I probably shouldn't do that. So let's make like 5 puffs. Oops. This is the wrong one. Did I change the color of everything? No, it's just here. I just replaced the wrong guy. Ugh. This is frustrating. Okay, let's put this in here, and this returns where it was. Namely here. I messed up everything. Oh no. No, it's fine. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. So we're gonna spawn 5 particles. Yeah, see, now we have like, so now it looks already a lot more like smoke, right? And it looks, okay, so, but I want to add more. This is not enough. So right now the smoke is kind of like, is growing and then disappears immediately. Or it stays at the same size and then it disappears. What I want to do is to make it smaller, to make it go smaller at some point. So this is going to be a custom behavior that we're going to program in. Rotate. Shrink. I want the particle, if it gets older, I want it to start shrinking. Let's try to do the following. So we already had this thing where we calculated the age, the percentage of, you know, how far along its age a particle is. We're going to use the same thing. But we're going to just say P. Okay, now we need to do some. Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking loud here right now. So PS equals CI times. So the size should be, the size of the particle should be the percentage of how far along we are in the. It should be the other way around, right? Yeah, we're gonna fix this. So it's gonna be 1 minus. So we want to start at 100%, and it should go towards 0 at the end. So 1 minus the percentage of how far along in the age of the particle we are, starting with 0 and going towards starting with 1 going towards 0 at the end of the age of the particle. And then we multiply this with the original size of the particle, the original size, not the current size. So we go OS, original size. And the problem, of course, there is that we don't know what the original size is. This is something new that we're gonna add to the particle, the OS. Just a copy of S, basically. We also put gonna S in there, except that the size of the particle actually changes over the lifetime of the particle, whereas the OS is just something for us to remember, like what the particle was when it started out. And you can see that the particles are getting smaller now. Already it looks so much better. So one other thing I wanted to also add is, so smoke. Smoke, when you have like a puff of smoke, it moves, the puff moves fast at first, but then it slows down because it's smoke. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like this billowy kind of stuff, right? So it goes, if you blow something, for example, I don't have the paint here, right? Do I have paint? Paint? Do I have paint? Can I go paint? It's fine. This is going to be great. So if you have a puff of smoke, right, it usually looks like this, right? So at first it goes really fast, right? But then because it's very light, it's a very lightweight substance, it's like dust perhaps or something. So the dust actually gets stopped very quickly by the air. So then it just billows and stays where it is. So what I want to do is I want to have like a high friction. I want the air to stop it, so to speak. Thank you, Paint. Thank you for helping me. You were great. So that's what I want to add now. So rotate, shrink, friction. And you know, we're investing so much time into this little details, but as you can see, those details are piling on. The game looks more and more alive as we continue. And that's something that is very important to do. So how do we do friction? Easy. Easy. It's so easy. Basically, I'm gonna take dx equals dx divided by some number. It's kind of like a little bit like acceleration. It's very easy. It's like math. So the speed, whatever the speed was, you want the speed to get smaller. That's divided by 2. That's always a good number to start with. And if we don't like this, we can make it different. So that was too much because the smoke now stays where it is. So let's go 1.2. But now maybe we're gonna have to make it go faster to overcome it. Because sometimes maybe you're fine with the amount of friction you have. You just want to make the thing go faster. So let's see, spawn puffed, there we go. Let's make it go 2. Yeah. See, now it looks like kind of like smoke. But maybe that's a bit too fast. What's up with 1? I love it. I love it. So let us see if we can maybe now tweak this particle. The blue, I'm not feeling the blue. I'm not feeling the blue. What if we go 11? I think that was the yellow, right? 11 was the yellow? No, 10 was it. 10, 9. Let's go 10, 9. No, I don't see a difference between this and so maybe we're gonna stay with 12. That's fine. It's good. We can also maybe see if white is maybe good. It's a good one. 6 and 6, 7. Was it 6, 7? 7, 6, 5. 7, 6. Because you know it's gray. 5. Yeah, maybe. And you can see already this game is starting to come alive. Now it's actually really fun to make the ball bounce against something. It's so nice. That was really cool. I lost it. Oh, it's actually really fun to play now. I'm actually getting addicted to my own game. That's good. Let's see. Can we hit the last bricks? I now want to finish this game. Ah, I lost it. Oh no. Lives -1. Oh, that's interesting. Huh? Good. Okay, so I think we got this puffed of smoke thing figured out. How far into this episode are we? I think we have to go to the next episode. But can you already plan ahead a little bit? Okay. Collision particles. Got this. So next up, I think the pickup particles. Either again, maybe we're gonna try both. So this is something I'm not exactly sure how it will look like. The pickup particles. I think the explosions we're gonna leave for the last thing, because the explosions are gonna be probably multiple smoke particles. That's gonna be a difficult one. So yeah, this was a short episode, a little bit, but we added a lot of juiciness to our game. It looks really nice and playable. I really like some of the things that we're seeing here. And as you can see, this smoke effect is not really very pronounced. It's a very subtle effect. But it adds so much liveliness to the game. It makes everything seem so much more alive and fun and exciting. Okay, so in the next episode we're gonna try to do the effect of picking up the power-ups. We're gonna see how this works, and because we have to make like multicolored smoke, I guess. And then also what we're gonna do is we're gonna think about the death animation, the death explosion. That's also something that we have to do next. See you next time around. Bye bye, guys.